Say it. Says you're live.
Everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
I'm Linda.
We're the Newcomers. You're almost out of the picture there.
I know.
How are we doing tonight? We're glad you all joined us for Wednesday Night Live. And we think we've got a fun show for you. We're glad you tuned in. Our True and Blue are on already, like Jay and Mia and Janet and Jace, the rocker, the Jersey boy rocker. There's Fran. Howdy, Fran.
Jace, weren't you at Blondie's today or yesterday? We missed you, but I bet you had a good time.
Is he down here now?
He's yeah. I think he was at Blondie's.
Okay.
Okay, here we are.
Jimmy G and Sue. Hi, Sue. Hi, Pete. Well, we're glad you joined us tonight. The weather's getting good, isn't it?
Oh, man. It was supposed to be 87 today, and it's stopping. 87 today, and I saw a whole lot of cars in the pools.
Uh-oh. Our computer's got a big pop-up. There we go. 87, huh?
Yeah.
That water's got to get to 87 before I get in it.
Oh, no.
Hi, Ryan family. Donna, Gary, Nicholas, all you great folks out there. Our friend Kim up in Indiana.
Yeah.
Well, Jace, we'll try to catch you pretty soon. Now, on our end, I've got a little bit of hesitation in our video. Do you all see any hesitation in the video? Are you getting a good picture of this shirt? Isn't this nice? One of my friends gave me this shirt. Look at that.
Nice. Mr. Irish.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, Jace was at Blondie's today.
Okay, very good.
Good. Yeah, the weather is great. I took a walk yesterday, got out in the sunshine and walked, and I did a 3-mile walk. It's the first time I've walked in a long time. I felt it in my hips this morning. Tell them what we did.
Let me feel them.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yep.
But yeah.
She wanted me to do chair yoga today.
Yep.
I'm in my chair over there, my perfectly good chair, and she brings out 2 very uncomfortable chairs.
Kitchen chairs.
And she puts on this chair yoga, and she wants me to join her. Yeah. And I did do it, but I did it in my recliner.
You didn't move at all. What you did was just think you were doing it.
No, I did move. I moved a little bit.
Yeah. What, your eyes?
When I get enough nerve up, we'll do it for you. We'll do the chair yoga.
Surprisingly, it was a 15-minute video. It was on YouTube, and we thought, well, let's see what this chair yoga is like. So maybe we can do it together in the house. Uh-oh, I got a buzzer going off. Anyway, you want to get that out of the oven?
Okay.
I'll tell my story. Be careful and turn off the oven. We did 15 minutes of gentle yoga, chair yoga for seniors. And this little girl that's on there, well, she's not little. She's probably in her 50s. And then her mother in her 70s was in a chair next to her. And they just did yoga together. And it was just real sweet, just 15 minutes. And it was just enough to stretch, to make your body feel a little bit better. And so get in tune with yourself. And then, yeah, those are brownies, but they're not for you. Sorry. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're not eating sweets, Jerry. We're on a diet. I made a meal for someone that needs a meal. And so that goes out tomorrow. Anyhow, chair yoga. We're going to give it a shot. But
man's work is never done.
Good job in the kitchen, Jerry. That was good.
Hi, Jill. Thanks for watching. Bobby Boat.
Yeah. Anyway, that was fun, but it had a little bit of music in the background, and we can't really show people and their music on TV or we'll get in trouble.
Yeah, so, well, it's not really trouble, but they could penalize your channel for using somebody. And we did cardio drumming before, where we did it while we're watching somebody's show.
But you made we did it over.
Yeah, I had to redo it with our own music.
With our own music, so.
And I want to do what's it called at the pool?
Water aerobics?
Water aerobics. She has a teacher that goes up, but that teacher puts on her own music, which I can't use, but I want to use the teacher's voice. And she's going, put it up. Yeah, feel the burn, and all that. And if we cut out the music, we cut out her voice.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll get it, though. We'll get her figured out.
Yeah.
Thank you, J-Lo.
Yeah. No, I didn't make meatloaf. I made a chicken noodle dish and some brownies, green beans, Jello salad, that kind of thing. Just a quickie.
212 wonderful people are with us now in the room, and we
Thank you,
appreciate
guys.
that.
Yeah. So I got to play cards today. That I haven't done that for a long time. We've been so busy. October, November, December. I kind of quit cards for a while, and I got back in today as a sub, and I enjoyed myself. I was winning, and then the last hand, they slaughtered us. I hate that. I thought we were going to win.
You got to be cutthroat. You're too nice.
No. I just didn't get the right cards. That's what it's all about. You have to have the right cards. So, but anyway, it was fun. I enjoyed that.
William wants to know if I'm doing the carnivore diet. No, William, I bailed out on that.
One day.
1 week.
Okay.
5 days. 5 days.
All right.
But it's just it's too lonely. That the meat is all lonely. It wants potatoes, and it wants green beans, and it wants some carrots and all that stuff. And you can't even have it. You're not even supposed to have celery.
The meat was lonely. That's all. He had sympathy for the meat.
But I'm doing as good as I can. Today I've had Beef O'Brady's on Wednesday. Beef O'Brady's is an underrated restaurant. Let me tell you right now.
Yeah.
They have a special every day, but Wednesdays are these delicious, tasty wings. Some you can get boneless or boneful, either way. And you buy 10, you get 10 free. You buy 6, you get 6 free. So I bought 10 and got 10 free. And I had 7 wings for lunch, and I had 6 wings for dinner. And that filled me up pretty good.
Yeah, but he's using this new thing on his phone. Well, he's used it before. It's an app called Lose It. And he did. He lost how many? 25, 30 pounds? How many before?
35 or 38 pounds, 40 pounds in that neighborhood.
But he also quit Coke. Did not drink any more Coke. So
that was the biggie.
That was the biggie.
No more sugar drink. Mm-hmm. Now I drink diet.
Yeah.
I know some of you don't like that.
No, it's got chemicals in it. But anyway, he's doing pretty good now. He's lost a few. And
I've lost 10. That's more than a few.
That's good. More
than a few pounds.
And this Lose It app, you just tell what you eat, and then you add up all your little calories, and then, tells you.
Yeah, I like it.
That.
It's good.
It's kind of like Weight Watchers, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, but right now I'm feeling like those wings were delicious. But there's more. There's more to life than wings.
There's more to life.
So last night she went to a restaurant, had an absolutely terrible experience. Tell them about it. Don't tell them the name of the restaurant because that's rude.
Yeah, we had a really rough restaurant experience last night. A bunch of girls. We all went to the show to see how do you say it? Leonid and Friends at the Tracy. And
it's like a Chicago tribute.
It was fabulous. Hopefully some of you all went, but it was at the Tracy, and it was filled to the max. And they had 2 shows last night. They'll have a show tonight, right now, I guess, maybe at 4. I don't know what time it was, but anyway, it was a great show. And afterwards, we ended up going to a restaurant, and we had not a good experience. Don't want to shame the restaurant. We did talk to the manager, and
we didn't.
Jerry wasn't there, but one of my girlfriends did. Anyway, we ended up, first off, it was so cold. We sat on the patio, and it's a glass-down patio, and it was so cold. We were shivering, and we were putting our cloth napkins around us, around our arms. And then they sat us down at a table of 5. And then we had styrofoam cups instead of glass cups. We had the food was absolutely cold.
The horror of it.
We had styrofoam cups. Oh my gosh, that was awful. No, I didn't care about the styrofoam cups. I can drink out of a styrofoam cup, but the food was not cold. It was cold, and no sauce on the meat. It was just bland. So they need some work. So we talked to the manager.
The reason for the whole spiel, which was well done.
Thank you.
Was they gave you something at the end instead of saying, meals on us or whatever. What did they give you?
They did say the meal's on us. They paid for our meal. And
you didn't pay for the meal?
No, none of us paid for the meal at all. No, none of us did.
Oh.
The manager comped all 5 of us, and we got free desserts. And since I'm not eating sweets, Jerry got the dessert.
So that's what brought this all up. I get to eat the cake. So I actually only ate 6 wings for supper with nothing else, so I could have room for that cake. And I will have room on my calories with Lose It for that.
Yeah.
But hey, you're with us, and we're glad you're with us. And I'm sorry for all that, but 268 of you stayed in there with us. You're tough. You are tough people.
My boring stories.
And tonight is a call-in show, and it also is a prize giveaway show. And we're going to give away
Cody's
a gift certificate to Cody's Roadhouse
again.
And we'll grab that here in a minute and show you. There it is. $25. They are so nice at Cody's to us.
Super, super duper. Yep.
And we're going to give you 3 trivia questions. And one of them, again, is a musical question where you will have to sing the next line of a song to get it right. And you have to wait until I ask you to do those things at the end of the show, not before the end. And we'll have a call in. We'll turn the number around after a while. Somebody said, that looks terrible back there. What's it back there for? It's got a phone number on it. I'll put it back over here. I'll put it over here. Behind Linda's sizable head. We went to Indiana. Went back to Indiana.
We did. There's a song about that.
I'm going back to Indiana. Jackson 5.
Jackson 5.
There's another one, Back Home Again. That's something else.
I don't know.
And we went up there for a memorial service for our brother-in-law.
Tom.
And it was great to see so many old friends. It was a wonderful service.
You know,
it was a celebration.
I'd like to talk about that. You know, I think funerals are going away. I don't think that people are doing so much funerals anymore instead of or opting to do celebration of life, where everybody's in a happy mood, bright music, bands playing, food. Everybody is enjoying themselves and meeting everybody that, for our instance, that Tom knew. It was one of the nicest nights, the Saturday
I'll
night.
tell you where the celebration
nice.
was. Some of you know because it's a famous place.
Mm.
It was at the Huber, was it Joe Huber Farm and Restaurant. And they're famous for their chicken and dumplings.
Yeah.
Their fried chicken, which is awesome.
And
their country ham.
And their fried rolls. They have fried biscuits that you open up and put apple butter on, and it is delicious.
And that's bad for a diet because they also had 3 gigantic containers of cobbler: blackberry, cherry cobbler, and apple cobbler.
Yeah. And
which one did I get? Do you think? Which one? Blackberry, cherry, or apple? It's not one of the trivia questions. But I loaded up on the blackberry. I got such a bowl of blackberry cobbler. It was spilling over all the sides. But I didn't eat any chicken. I ate one wing of chicken.
One wing?
You can't even count that. And I had a little piece of ham, but I did have a bowl of chicken and dumplings.
Yeah.
So,
we got somebody from Bloomington. Yay. Hello.
Pete. There's Pete down there, people. Pete Celebrity.
Pete Celebrity.
One of the greatest guys ever.
We love
Pete,
you.
Yep. Hope you're doing well.
Anyway, it was a wonderful celebration, and we stayed for 3-4 hours, and we enjoyed each other and talked and met relatives we hadn't seen in 6 years, some of them. So
that blackberry cobbler. I wish you would. Why don't you learn to make blackberry cobbler?
Why don't I learn? Why don't you learn?
And we went to a movie. We belong to Charter Research, and once every couple of weeks, they'll treat everybody that belongs to their deal a free movie. So we went and saw Queen of the Ring. It's a wrestling movie about the first female wrestlers. Very good movie.
It's not only wrestling; those girls slapped each other's faces. I mean, they were slapping. I'm going, what the heck? But it was an interesting movie. It really was. I've seen the movies of women wrestling back in the 1950s, the very beginning of women wrestling.
Okay, let's get your opinion on a controversial matter here in the Villages. There is a big hubbub. There's a couple big hubbubs, and you know what I'm talking about. But one of them is about interlopers, trespassers, people from other places coming in here to use the pools. And there have been several ideas kicked around, but one that's been kicked around is to have a key card slot where every resident of the Villages or future resident of the Villages, if they come in, will have their ID and have to swipe it to get in and out of a gate.
Oh, That's a little bit of lots of hand motion there. That's kind of
A
hard.
lot of hand motion.
Well, that's hard.
Well, you put your styrofoam cup in the other hand, and you swipe her down there, and the gate opens. So, but I mean, look, let's face it. When I was 18, 20, 25 years old, if I knew there was a free pool next door that I wasn't supposed to go in, I'd probably go in it. You
would?
Well, I might. When I was younger, I might have. Wouldn't some of you when you were teenagers do some things you wouldn't do now? And people are coming in from outside the community. So not a lot. We haven't seen much of it here. Have you? No. But some people see a lot of it. And that would be one thing to do. You got any other ideas? Because one of the things people do is they jump in the water when the person comes out to check their IDs.
Yeah.
And if they're in the water, they can't check them.
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
Yeah. No, I'm there legally. I don't go illegally.
Yeah, Karen, you're right. Some people would hold the gate for others. There's always a way around it. Some people would climb over the fence.
No. Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't?
No.
And speaking of pools, what age does a woman stop wearing a bikini?
Hey, there are women here in the villages that do wear bikinis. I've seen them. Some of them are awesome looking. Some of them should not be wearing bikinis. But you know what? We don't care. People don't care what you wear. And sometimes I think you better look in the mirror just a little bit more. But no.
I hardly ever wear my Speedos to the pool.
Thank God.
I had a pair. Do I still have them?
No.
I used to have a little bitty pair of Speedos.
No, when he was in his 40s, I think he got a pair, and I'm going, oh no. No, those went away.
Are you ready for the first question? 326 people here right now. 91 of them have liked what we do. I appreciate you, 91 that did that.
Guys.
Thank you. That's less than 33% like it. We've got to step up. I think you have to step up your game.
I got to step up. Okay.
Here's the first riddle. Are you ready? Remember to get your paper and get ready. Okay. Do. What was Luigi's profession? What was Luigi's profession? That was number one. Okay. Hold that in your mind. Don't call in. Don't mention it. Don't say anything about it till the end of the show. Rose, come on. Come on, Rose.
What's
what
Rose
you talking
saying?
about, Rose?
Oh, yay, Rose. I love you. Oh, someone asked a while ago, I think his name was Mark Miller, right on here. Ask a question, Jerry. He doesn't have a golf cart, and he's going to move here very soon. And he wants to know, are there classes? He doesn't know how to drive a golf cart, doesn't know anything about it. Are there classes? Are there courses? And yes.
It's funny because I just saw today that they're having a golf cart safety seminar.
Yeah.
I did not bring it with me, so I can't tell you when, but it was on Facebook feed.
Okay.
And they're having one, and they have it on an intermittent basis. But
yeah,
they do have safety.
There are safety courses to teach you how to drive those
Thank you, John.
golf carts. So that's a good thing to do for sure.
All right, so you got the first question there. I want to remind you that tonight's show is made possible, the call-in portion, by Greg Pangen and the Edward Jones office over in Colony Plaza. Yeah. Super guy. Yeah, exactly, Mike. By the way, Mike bought me this shirt. There you go. That is a fabulous shirt, man. It feels so good. It feels like one of those She Lucky shirts. I love it. Love it. Oh, here's a question to toss around while you're still thinking about that. What age is the age to stop wearing your bikini? You don't wear a bikini anymore.
No, gosh, I think it was probably when in my 40s. Probably.
She's still got it. She's still got it.
Yeah.
So do I. I've still got it and a lot more. In fact, I can wear a bikini now myself. Here's the question for you to kick around a little bit. Are generic foods, because we argue about this a little bit. We don't really argue.
We disagree.
She just tells me what I think. And wait a minute. Susan says, take the golf cart class, best lesson for cars too, in the roundabout. It's all about the tires. Make sure your cart does have tires if you get out there on the roundabout. She doesn't like to buy generic because she's kind of she's a food snob, you know.
Yes, and so are you. You're not going to buy a Czech Cola. You're going to buy Pepsi brand, aren't you?
That's different.
Oh, it's different for you, not me. Okay, really.
But really, I mean, I know that they don't have a generic food factory in most cases, that it's made by the Hellman's factory and they just put it in different bottles or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Rob says, how many teens are there really that sneak in here to use the pools full of old people? But if pretty young co-eds want to come in, they're welcome. Right, Rob?
What? We were swimming in our adult pool by our mailboxes when we first moved in, and here comes a whole family in with must have been renters, and there were kids like in their 30s and younger. It was like 20s, and one of the people in the pool said, read the sign. It's for 30-year-old people and above. So yeah, we caught.
Did they leave?
Yeah, we shamed them out.
Well, they should leave. I mean, there are a whole set of pools for people that are 30. They can, any age can go in, and those are the pools. Those are the pools like at Captiva and Burnshead and those.
The regional recs.
No, not regional rec.
No, regional rec is the sports pools. What's the next rec? I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Give us what about generic foods? What has anybody found some that are really tasty, that are really good? I know that Costco has a whole line of generics under the Kirkland brand that are made by people like Del Monte or whatever, and they're delicious. So you just have to go overcome that mental hang-up you've got. Take a little therapy.
I do. I need some therapy because I see here's a generic mayonnaise jar and here's Hellman's. I prefer Hellman's. I'm sorry. And then here's the Jif peanut butter, and here's the
Blue Plate.
Blue Plate mayo is good.
And it's less than $4 a bottle.
Yeah.
But you can go to another big a store near here where the rich folks shop that the mayonnaise is $8.99 a jar.
Bargain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Peanut butter Jif or generic? We've started getting generic. But I know Jif's probably better, but I don't taste a whole lot of difference.
Not really.
You put a jelly on it, it's not going to be a big deal. Right.
Well, right. But I am
put your generic great value jelly on top of it.
Yeah, I am enjoying the new natural peanut butter that Caroline gave me a couple weeks ago. I like it. I think it's fine. I'm talking myself into it. It's natural. It's just peanuts and smashed up and maybe a little oil, but no sugar. So I like that. I like the idea that I'm watching what sugar goes in my body.
If you want to call in and talk about generic foods, feel free. Let us know what's good. We can all add it to our grocery list.
Move it up close to me so I can see the number.
They can see it. 352-571-9749. That's the number to call. Call that number, and we will talk about really anything you want, but especially food right now, generic foods.
And this phone only is for this hour.
Yeah, don't call us at midnight again.
We did get a letter from that couple that called us in the middle of the night, and they apologized, but that was kind of funny.
And I'm trying to lessen the pain you hear from the ringing. Hi, you're on the air with Jerry and Linda. Who's speaking?
Jerry and Linda, it's Gary Chalk. The columnist
Gary.
of the Living Retired column you receive every Monday morning.
Let me tell everybody who you are, Gary.
I'm sorry?
Let me tell everybody who you are. Gary is a columnist. He's a humorist. He's a funny guy, and he actually has a brilliant column, and he puts that out. I get it on Mondays. I don't know when it goes out, Gary, but tell them a little bit about what you do. You're in Canada, right?
Yeah, I'm in Southern Ontario, in maybe an hour west of Toronto. And I retired. I was fortunate to retire about 15 years ago, and I started this column called Living Retired. It goes out every Monday, and to people all over North America. It's become a radio show, and I'm living the life laughing. I tell you. Oh, I just wanted to say, Jerry, I stopped wearing my bikini when I retired.
Oh,
so you know.
I have seen people with bikinis on cruises.
Here's the thing, Jerry. Since I retired, I'm, like most retirees, I go to bed early by 10 o'clock or so. Jan, my wife, she stays up later. But now I have to go to bed around 9:30 or so. And that's because it takes me about 25 minutes to get all those darn decorator pillows off the bed. Like, what's with all these decorator pillows, Jerry? Do you have that same problem?
Yes, we do.
Oh my goodness! I think, quite honestly, that they're probably sponsored by the Orthopedic Surgeon Association. Because what happens? You throw all those pillows off the floor to get into bed, and then guys like my age and you, Jerry, we get up to go to the bathroom during the night. I trip over the pillows. I'm down on the floor. It's just a mess to be caught up in. But it's all about decorator pillows. How many are too many?
Oh, I hear you. And we just went out of town, and you get ready to go to bed, and you go to bed, and there's one pillow. I'm like, what is going on here? I'm in the withdrawal.
Exactly.
There's only one.
Well, the one is part of the solution, because I've determined that these decorator pillows, they have to be always on your bed in an odd number, right? Because you sort of stack them. You put 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you also have to give it that Martha Stewart hand slap on the last pillow to put that little crease in it.
That's right.
That's right. That makes it official. I've got calluses. We got so many decorator pillows in our bed top. I have to put that crease in so often. It's amazing the calluses that I've developed along there. But nonetheless, speaking about the generic food, you know, the tofu is better priced, not better tasting, better priced if you're looking for something, you know, nutritious, Jerry.
Tofu?
No.
No.
I'm not going to go for that.
I had tofu in a soup one time.
Same with me. Anyways, I just wanted to call and say hi and wish you all the best, and we'll talk soon.
Well, how can they catch your radio show?
Probably the best thing to do is, as you said, I'm up in Southern Ontario in Canada. If they just send me an email, GCHALK as in chalk. So it's gchalk@me.com.
Me.com. That's easy.
gchalk@me.com.
Me.com.
That way I can stick up the column audio to people and also sign them up for the column, and you'll start your Mondays with a laugh.
Yeah, very good, Gary. Well, listen, thank you so much for calling in. I'm glad you did.
That's our
it's my pleasure. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye. Well, that was good. By the way, I want to tell you, if y'all don't have a whole body pillow like they give the pregnant women, that's great. Especially if you have a sciatic problem, you put that baby between your knees, kind of line your spine up there. Get you a full body pillow. I wanted to take it on the airplane, but it was a little bit.
It was too big.
Hi, you're on the air with Jerry and Linda.
Hey, Jerry and Linda, this is Rhonda from Maryland. And I watch you guys
hi, Rhonda.
every week.
Well,
thank you.
Mailbag Monday and usually Thursday.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I love your two personalities. But you know what? I have to tell you, I hate sweet and salty because I don't like salty when people insult you.
A lot of people don't like that. But you know what? We kind of giggle at it, and we kind of dismiss it and think we're sorry for people that are feeling that salty. They're missing something in their life, you know?
Yes, I do. Yeah. And so I wanted to bring up your topic of, like store brands.
Yep.
I like Hellman's mayonnaise, but I also have used Duke's, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Peanut butter, I like Planters.
Planters.
Planters, they're around. So, Peter Pan, isn't it? Peter Pan.
Planters is a peanut company, though. Planters peanuts.
Yeah, I prefer those over Jif, but I'm not too much on buying store brands either. Maybe like peas or corn or something like that you're going to put other stuff in. So anyway, I'm enjoying your program. I'm going to let you get back to other people. I came down to, I did come down to Florida 2 years ago, and I am going to come back.
Okay, good.
You're welcome. Come on down.
Nice thing. So I'm a widow, and I'm in my mid to high 70s. I think if people are going to move to the village, try to do it when they're like 50s, 60s, especially if they still have their spouse. Get down there and enjoy life.
That's right.
Thank you, Rhonda.
Yeah, we agree with that.
Well, we appreciate you calling.
I love you both, guys.
We love you too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for calling.
Bye-bye.
What a nice lady.
So sweet.
Yeah.
So sweet.
Yeah. So that's good. So never thought about Peter Pan peanut butter.
We've had it before. In fact, I think I have a recipe for a peanut butter cookie that is strictly says use Peter Pan peanut butter. So because it's the best peanut butter for that cookie. So there you go.
Well, y'all know that I'm a busy guy out here in the kitchen, and I like to keep an eye on my pantry and see what's in there. And I wondered if you all can tell me how long. Well, first of all, if you can even find the date on the bread. Why do they make it so hard to find? And you find the date, how long after that date will you eat it? If it said March 26th today, you'd eat it today, right? But would you eat it tomorrow? Would you eat it the next day? When is the cutoff date to eat bread? And why don't they put it in an easier to find place? Linda said it's on that little tab.
Sometimes.
But was it?
No.
The other day when I said, is it?
The bread usually is on the tab, but if you have buns or hot dog buns, many times they put those on a stamp, and it's sometimes on the colorful part, you can't see it.
That's right.
You know.
And then you don't have your glasses or whatever, and you're trying to, and then,
yes.
And I hear her cussing out in the kitchen, and not really.
He's saying, what's the date on it? What's the date on it? I said, I don't care, you're eating it.
She's panicked. But the thing is, if the date is March 26th, tomorrow we could eat it.
Yeah.
But is that mold growing on there? And it's just not big enough. I mean, if we had one of those jewelers things, could we see the mold on it?
Oh, yeah.
We can't see it with the naked eye yet. Mm-hmm. How long do you wait?
Mia says 2 days after.
2 days after that date?
After the date. Well, actually, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, their show on every morning at 9
They're imitators. They're imitating us.
Yeah, they are. Anyhow, they had a dietitian come on and a couple weeks ago and told all kinds of vegetables, fruits, and canned whatever, everything about expiration dates. Buy by or eat by, best by, when it's no good or not. And bread, they did say when you see that date, you should, like she said, 2 days, one of our viewers here. Mm-hmm. But I thought on TV, they said, go ahead and throw it out on that date because it is growing and you don't see it. Mm-hmm. But how many times, have we ever been sick from it?
Arno's on here. Arno, I'm just going to tell you because I got an email today. We use a GoPro. Not today. We're using a computer today, but we do use a GoPro. Okay, so the bread. What type of bread do you all eat? And how much is a good price for a loaf of bread? Let us know what you should pay for a loaf of white bread. I know what you're going to say.
No, eat white
Stay away
bread.
from the white bread. I love white bread. You take a white bread and you put, first of all, I'm going to do a show on it because there's a way to do it, make a peanut butter and jelly. You got to put the jelly on first on one piece of bread. Then you got jelly on your knife. Do not stick that knife in the peanut butter. That is against the rules. On the other piece of bread that hasn't been touched, you clean the knife on there and swipe it back and forth till it's clean. Then you can put it in the peanut butter and you put it together.
Well, you have figured it out.
Yeah.
You've got scientific.
$2.59 for a loaf of Italian bread.
All these.
Okay. What do you all pay for bread? Tell me how much you pay for a loaf. How much are you willing to pay for a loaf of bread? Think about that. Put it in the comments and let's see who's brave enough to call us.
Darlene says.
Hi, you're on the air with Jerry and Linda.
Hello, it's Mary Louise from North Carolina. How are you?
Hi, Mary Louise.
You got a question?
Well, you're all talking about bread, and I'm an Aldi's fan. They do have their own version of white bread, and it's like $1.50 for a loaf.
Oh, that sounds good.
At least in North Carolina, it's very inexpensive. I don't eat white bread. They have a sprouted, low sodium bread, but they sell out of it often because it's very popular. But it's a different kind of bread. But I use an app, and some of your listeners might be interested. His name is Bobby Parrish, Parrish. He has a Bobby approved app that's free. He has a channel on YouTube. He was one of the guys that participated in one of the shows on TV, and that's how he is famous, I guess. He's in Florida now, but that app kind of helps guide you if you're looking for the best bread or certain things in the grocery store that are healthier. But anyway, the last time I called, I'm going to say this real quick. Linda, you asked about coffee, and I'm the kind of person, you asked me what time it is, and I felt like I told you how to make the watch. You asked me, did I use like flavored creamers?
Yes.
And the answer was, or should have been, no.
Oh.
We do coffee straight up. We do add some half and half, a little bit of that, but basically black with a little half and half, but that's it. And I felt so bad after I hung up and I didn't answer your original question.
Oh, that's all right.
She's been worried about that ever since. She said, why wouldn't she answer my question? She said, why won't she answer my question?
Okay,
I
haven't
think Linda
slept
was
since.
fine. I'm thinking Jerry's like, when I hung up, Jerry said, she didn't answer your question.
Oh my gosh. Well, I've been trying to do black coffee this whole Lent season, and that is just nasty. So I decided not to even drink coffee. So for 40 days, I'm going to be coffee free, and I'm just doing tea, and I'm doing this immune boost tea.
I think somebody just sat on your dog.
What I have parrot.
Oh,
Parrots.
okay. There you go. But I love flavored creamer.
What's your parrot's name?
Yeah.
I love parrots.
I have two African gray parrots.
Oh.
One is 34 and one is 33. And I adopt pets. I have 2 dogs. I'm a fur. Yeah, there he goes. That I have fur and feathers at my house, but I adopt pets that need homes for people that either won't or can't care.
Yeah.
And I've had these parrots for over 30 years now, and they're hilarious. They're very comedic. They entertain you.
Well, I'm seeing a pet of the week coming on. You better try to
that would be awesome.
give us a video on this.
I think about that. I think about how I can, and I have considered that, and I will. I'm not very good at that, but I will. I'll put something together in the near future and send it to you guys.
Well, you get the microphone and put it up there, and they'll go, send us your questions.
I wish. So my parents, when I do pull out the phone to even take a photo, they get very shy. Oh. So for whatever reason, and they've always been that way. It's like they know I'm trying to take a picture or take a video, but I'll try.
Thank you. That's
great. Well, you're a good mommy, because to keep parrots for 30-something years, holy mackerel.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, so many people get them and don't understand the commitment that's required. So, and the last time we talked, I think y'all asked me about going to school with Michael Jordan, and the answer was yes. I'm going to be 65 soon, and these parrots may outlive me.
Oh,
so yeah. I have to think about that. They typically, with good husbandry, can live 50 years or more, but that's not set in stone. It just depends on their genetics, the food that they're, the care that they're given. So I'm expecting mine to live a long time.
Well, good. Well, we always appreciate you calling in. Thank you so much. Teach them to say, sing one of our theme songs and send that in a video.
Or see you when you get here.
I'll see
if I can get him trained. Y'all take care. Love you both. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow. Mia and Sue pay $7.99 a loaf for bread.
Yowza.
I couldn't even sleep if I paid $8 for a loaf of bread.
You'd be cutting out sandwiches.
I'd be
no more sandwiches for you.
I've seen people put their stuff in lettuce and eat it,
Yeah.
But that's not as good.
No, it is not.
It's not going to be as good.
And I took one of those tortillas, those soft tortillas, and I was going to make a sandwich out of it one day, but I happened to look, and it had more calories than the bread. So I said, oh my, look at that.
There's Margot. Hi, Margot.
Hi, Margot. Yeah, I like flavored creamer. She was talking about my flavored creamer. I love it. And then my pumps of flavors back here. Yeah, I get too much sugar in those coffees. But
we had a spell in our life where we made a lot of bread, didn't we?
We did. We still have our bread machine back.
Do we?
Yeah, but
it tends to make dense bread, doesn't it?
It does. There's all kinds of recipes. I've got a book on it, but it was a big thing back in the early 2000, maybe, I don't know. But we did make a lot of bread, and that was fun.
Yeah.
We could still do it, but we have to get bread flour, and Maybe we'll do it.
Well, keep chiming in. We've had a couple of questions. I told you the first riddle question. You got that. Let's do the second riddle question right now. If you have your paper, get ready.
Okay.
If this is the musical question, you have to sing me the next line. What will happen is you will call and we'll do question number 1. Then for question number 2, I'm going to say, I think about you day and night. It's only right. And then you sing the next part. I think about you day and night. It's only right. And then you put that in, sing that to me. And then we'll go to question 3. So that's number 2. But you've already got the question about generic foods. You got a question about bikinis. What else? We had another question. And just chime in on those. And we're gonna talk about a new question right now. People tend to think, and they send us letters all the time, especially the haters. And there are a lot of haters, as you know from the sweet and salty comment. And they want to talk about the people in the villages are all rich. Now, we were school teachers. Our buddy down the street here was a truck driver, 18-wheeler. We got a military guy right next 2 houses down here. We've got insurance agents. We've got everything. So, and our viewers, what was your occupation? If you want to share that with us, just pop that onto the comments and everybody can see what kind of audience we have. I don't think, you're going to have some doctors. You're going to have a lawyer. You know, I don't know if we're going to get an astronaut tonight or whatever, but we probably get all kinds of labor jobs because that's what we see here.
Yeah. Rick Almeida.
Hey, Rick.
He saw me at the Tracy.
Yeah, he was at Leonid and Friends.
Yeah, that was one of the best shows ever.
I've been to that show before, but Linda wouldn't let me go this time.
It's a girls' night out.
Air traffic controller and a homemaker, a firefighter. Oh, we've got a lot of police and firefighters here in the villages.
Fabulous.
An RN, love our RNs.
Oh, somebody worked at Ford Motor Company.
We got Jace, who's a professional musician or a magician. I bet Jace can do them both.
There's a guy named Ken worked at Ford Motor Company. My dad did it for 30 years.
A contractor?
Yeah.
Okay, neat. Very neat.
Change songs, Mike also said. What's that mean?
I don't know. You'll have to ask him. Mortgage underwriter. Worked for the state of California, an electrician. See what I mean? Our audience, just like the people that live here, it's a mixed bag of occupations. So there's so many.
Maybe he's talking about this.
I just did. Remember when I just did that? She wanted me to give you question 2 for the riddle. Remember?
Yeah.
I said, I think about you day and night. It's only right.
Okay. All right.
All right. Do we have any other callers to come in and chat with us tonight? A jet engine parts inspector. Wow. Oil field chemist.
Nice.
Customer service at Kohl's. That's Sue. We've got a couple of other friends that worked in management at Kohl's. That's neat. A teacher with 2 years to go. Colleen, I feel your pain. You know, when teaching was fun, and I did enjoy it. And when we stopped teaching, we were both enjoying it quite a bit. Yeah. But they came in with all these new rules. And like you had to put your lesson plans online, or you had to have them on your voicemail. Your lesson plans on your voicemail.
Yeah.
Boy, the last thing I wanted to see when I came in on Monday morning was that light blinking on my phone to say I had a message. Did not want to see that.
Yeah. Leon, retired.
A music store on Staten Island. Wow.
Look at all the people typing in their jobs.
Yeah, that is so cool.
I love this.
Very neat.
This is nice.
Hey, we're at 460 viewers, so let's see if we can get her up to 500 today.
Yeah, call your friends.
And let's see if we can get those likes up to at least 300, or get the dislikes up to 300 if you don't like it. We don't care. Just do something. Do something even if it's wrong. That's what I always say. Investment banker. Look at all these. This is going to be fun. When the show's over, I'll go back and look at that chat and see if there are any good questions for the future, or see what kind of neat stuff that you wrote down.
Yeah, that we missed because it goes by so fast. Jerry will write the questions down later.
Yeah, we can't see most of them because they're just going, but you all can see them. Yeah. Retired military. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I hope that was a sir.
Could be.
Yeah, very, very neat. Okay, here's one that my buddy Mike Seth gave us this question. What is one item that can be found in everyone's junk drawer? What's in your junk drawer? What's something that you think might be in everybody's junk drawer?
Now that's not a riddle.
No,
This
no,
is
that's
just to
not a
talk
riddle.
about.
There's no right answer to that.
Yeah.
That's not the third question. No. A pen, a bread twisty, rubber bands, scissors, rubber bands. Very good. I said tape measure.
And a junk drawer. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Always scissors.
Flashlight. Oh, those are great. Hey, I'm reading some things that we need to put in our junk drawer.
Yeah.
We'll fill it up. We'll make right now. Is yours like ours? You try to shut it and you can't shut it, so you jiggle it a little bit, hoping something will fall down and you can shut it. That's the way we are.
Oh, speaking of flashlights, someone said that's a great idea. And we talked to someone said they needed a flashlight in their car, and I think that's a great idea to have one in your door, right by your door, in case you're in a wreck or whatever. You can get out, then you can use that flashlight to signal people. So the flashlight is something we probably need to put in our car.
Yeah.
And a first aid kit. We don't have that in our car.
Candles. That's great. Scotch tape. Wonderful answers on that. A Glock.
Whoa.
Yeah, you go to pull out the old little, those lighters you light your grill with, and you pull out your block.
Oh.
Hey, I fixed the
He did. Jerry was a busy man today.
fixed the light in the refrigerator.
While I was playing cards, he was working on the refrigerator.
Yep, got her all taken care of.
I can see what's in there now. I can see the mold on the. No.
Yeah.
No, it was great because we've been without light for months, and I'm going, I can't see in here. So I'm very proud of you, Jerry.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Did you use YouTube?
Of course I did. Of course I did. There are so many different models of refrigerators.
Yeah.
The hardest thing was figuring out how do I get the lid off of the thingamabob.
Yeah. So YouTube's wonderful nowadays. You can find anything you want on YouTube. Just how to fix anything. So that it's fun. And I try to figure out how to use this new stove of mine. I said, I really don't want to look at that whole manual and read. So I got on YouTube and saw my model, and they talked me through it. That was nice.
All right, let's go to that third question. You've got the first two questions, which I'm not going to repeat right now. I'm going to read you the third question. As soon as I finish reading it, if you think you know the answer to all three, call in, and if you have them right, you're going to win that $25 gift certificate to Cody's Roadhouse, in which we will ask you to please, do you have a pencil and paper?
Yeah, I do.
You can tell us your name and address if you like, or you can email it to us if it's private. And we will write that down and we'll get that out to you. If you live in the villages, maybe we can meet up or whatever. But here's the third question. It's going to join the other two questions. Question 3. Who wrote, "In the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make"? Who wrote, "In the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make"? That's all three. Call us at that number, 352-571-9749, and we will chat with you and perhaps give away a Cody's Roadhouse gift card. If we don't give it away next week, somebody will win 2 of them.
Whoa.
How about that?
Whoa. No. Yay, we got.
I never claimed to have the smartest viewers in the world.
Oh, that's
Joke.
Joke.
Hello, you're on the air with Jerry and Linda. Who is it? Who are you?
Hello, this is Lenny from Virginia.
Lenny.
Hi.
Lenny and
How are
Janet.
you?
Lenny
How
and
are
Janet.
you, Jerry and Linda?
We are great.
Yes, correct. That's correct.
All right.
Yeah.
Lenny, here is the first question. What was Luigi's profession?
I believe he was a plumber.
That is correct. He's one of the Mario brothers.
Yes, that's correct.
Our kids used to play that.
Hours and hours.
Good
I
job,
still
Lenny.
play it.
You still play it?
Good job, Lenny or Janet. Whichever.
Yay.
Question number 2. I think about you day and night. It's only right. You have to sing it.
To think about the girl you love and told her,
Hold her tight.
hold her tight, so happy, together.
That's it.
That's it.
To think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together. Wonderful. You are well on your way. And who wrote, in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make?
And I believe that would be Paul McCartney.
Lenny, you are smart. That is correct. And you are the winner. Everybody, give him a hand. Come on, give him a hand. Some people are clapping in their homes. I see you. Thank you very much.
Wow.
All across the world, and even in Tasmania, they're giving you a hand right now, Lenny. Good job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So
Well,
Thank you very much.
I think we may have your address somewhere, but send it to us, villagesnewcomers@gmail.com, and we'll send you out that Cody's card. And next time you come down to the Villages, you can
All right, will do. Thank you, guys.
thank
Appreciate
you,
it.
and hi to you both.
All
yay.
right, thanks.
Oh, I think she was trying to talk.
That was great.
Yes.
I love those musical questions especially when they
know.
sing. And Lenny, it sounded like he's had voice lessons. It was very good, very, very good.
Oh my goodness.
Now listen, that's another prize. We'll try to do this on Wednesdays and have a great time.
Can I tell them about last night?
No.
Last night at the Leonid concert, they said, "Oh, let's play a game." And if y'all didn't go, if some of you, of course, a lot of you are not here in the Villages, but
Prune juice.
no, it is not. Anyway,
Let's take this.
all right.
Hello. Do you want to solve the riddles? Hello.
Hello, is this Jerry and Linda?
It is.
This is Tasmania calling.
Yay,
You're
Tasmania! Oh,
No, it's Sandra calling from Tasmania.
we know
Wonderful.
Sandra. Hi,
People, let me
Sandra.
tell you, think about this big ball. We're up here. She's way down here.
What's the time where you are right now?
It is 10:50 a.m.
Oh, my
Thursday
goodness.
morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing, Sandra. Thank you for calling
That is
in.
amazing. Wow, thank you. Boy, she's
I just want to say I love you guys. I discovered you a few years ago on YouTube. I'm just before I turned 40, I discovered you, and you guys are fantastic, and you're just so kind. And I would love to see you when I get to Florida in a few years.
Well, please do.
Please do. I can't wait to meet you.
I would like to have your voice on my Alexa.
Yeah.
I like you have a tiny
Why not?
you have a tiny accent, and it's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I have to change it a little bit when I talk to people from America. Otherwise, you can't understand me.
Well, that is so cool that you can call us all the way from Australia. Will that cost you extra? Or is it just a regular phone call?
Just a regular phone call because it's to America. If it was to some strange country, it would actually cost something.
Ah.
Like Canada? I'm kidding. It's another
No,
joke.
no, we got Canadians
It's
on
another
here.
joke. It's a
All
joke.
right, you two take care now.
Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you,
Wonderful to
Sandra.
hear from you.
Jerry.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, love you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.
We love Canada.
Yes, I was just joking, of course. If I meant it, I would never say it.
No, yeah, that's true. I was telling you my story. In the concert last night, one of the promoters came out and says, "We'd like to play a game with you all." Maybe you've seen this before if you've gone to their concert, and it was kind of fun. He comes out, he brings out, he goes, "We're gonna play a game. We're gonna raffle off this jersey," and he had a Leonid and Friends jersey out there, and then he says, "We're gonna see who wants this jersey so much, and it's all been signed by all the members of the band." And so he starts the bidding and let's start with 100. Well, he did. Started 100, then it went to 200. By golly, it went up to $1,500. And oh my gosh, And so somebody got that jersey for $1,500. Well, each time it went up, he would say, well, next, let's get the incentive better. You can come up on stage with us. You can dance. You can, whatever, do these things extra. So anyway, time was over and he goes, well, you know what? That second bidder, we should give him a jersey too. We'll find a jersey too. So he got another jersey. So he ended up making $1,450 on that one and $1,500 on that one. And then they had a show today. That's smart. They got a lot of money.
What can we auction off?
We should auction off something. Let's start the bidding right now. That was fun. I said, great.
Hi, you're on the air with Jerry and Linda.
Hey guys, this is Scott and Carol from Kentucky.
Hey.
We're above Georgetown, so kind of close to your guys' old stomping grounds. But we're getting ready to move to Stone Creek.
Oh, well.
We're having a house built there. And we've been, looking for landscaping ideas and looking at different palm trees. And we know you guys had trouble with some of those ones you had in your front yard. And recently, this last one that croaked.
It croaked.
But
yeah,
I was wondering if you could tell us what those were that you had to cut down.
Okay. The first two were really good-looking trees. They're called Washingtonia. But they grow tall quickly. Think about Miami Vice when you see those huge tall trees with the green at the top and they're like 100 feet tall. That's what they get. They were out of place here. They were much taller than the house already. So also they're the ones that have the unsightly, matter of opinion, skirt that hangs down.
Yeah.
It looks like a hula skirt.
Yeah.
That when the branches fall, they just fall down and collapse. And then they look okay. But when the wind blows, they start coming down, and they're heavy, they're sharp, it makes a mess. Yeah. So those are
they're falling for 80 feet or whatever.
Yeah. They're Washingtonias, and then this last one that's a goner out here, that's a queen palm. Queen palm's beautiful. I loved it. It was but it gets those pods that are almost as heavy as Linda, and even taller than Linda. And they have to be taken out or they spread open later. And no exaggeration, thousands of acorns fall on your yard and your flower bed. And this tree that we have that's dead out here, which I'm really happy it died, to tell you the truth, because we didn't have to. Nobody wants to cut down a healthy tree. It had 6 or 8 of them during the summer, and they don't all mature at the same time, so you can't cut them down at the same time. You don't want to wait till one opens and to cut them down because the others aren't open yet. I don't know. Yeah.
So a lot of people plant robelinis, and they're a short palm tree, and they're nice. They're pretty. Many people have robelinis in their yard.
But they bite. They have many
needles.
sharp needles
on
them,
them,
which you have to put those gloves. You put the gloves on when you work on it. But they're beautiful. I like robelinis.
Yeah.
Stone Creek's even farther north than here, and we're right on the edge for them to do well. So that may not be an option for you.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that far.
Well, check out your neighbors' yards and see what they're planting.
Yeah, see what's healthy up there.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like the foxtail as well. And those look really nice and sharp. And I hope they're like a low maintenance we're also kind of looking for, where I know you guys had to have people come out and like trim those things at like $100 a pop or whatever.
Yeah.
Several times a year. So
more than 100 for those Washingtonians because they're tall. And, you could get into thousands to trim a couple of those.
Yeah, that's a little out of what we wanted to do. We want to kind of come down and enjoy doing stuff and not doing yard maintenance.
Gotcha.
That's right. That's right.
Do you live close to Winchester, Kentucky?
No, we're up above. We're actually in Sadieville, which is a little bit above Georgetown.
Okay.
And we're out in the country. So it's going to be quite a change. But we had originally moved here 20 some years ago to care for Carol's elderly parents, and they've since now passed. So we decided, after watching you guys for 5 years and some other stuff, and thanks for all the videos. But yeah, we decided to move down that way. And villages, you said it, they're a little big. It's a little too much for us. We want something maybe not quite so big.
Well, I don't know that that's true, because I feel like we live in a small village, the village of Dunedin. And we only have to venture out a short distance to get everything we need. So I think it's a misconception to think that this is a metropolis, because it doesn't feel like that at all to us.
Yeah.
To me anyway.
Yeah. We don't have to go too far, but to each his own.
Yeah, to each his own.
To each his own. And, if you come here and look around, you can get the feel if you like it or not. That's for sure.
Yeah. Also, another factor was kind of price. The villages is kind of pricey down there.
Yeah, you're right. It is.
You guys bought it a good time.
Yeah, I think we did. I think we did.
Before it all just went boom.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see what happens here now. Things could be shaky. So,
well, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate it. And say hi to all our friends up there in Kentuckiana.
All right, we will do. And thanks again for all the videos. And we watch every one of them.
Well,
so
that's great. Well, thank you.
And we miss Gizmo a lot.
Yeah, we do too.
So,
yeah, we do too.
So,
all right.
Thank you.
Well, take care.
All right, you guys take care.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Okay.
All right. We want to remind you all, we're going to wrap it up here in just a second, but we'd like your help. Do some out and abouts for us. Film the restaurant, film the meal. We've got a couple this weekend. They're good. The one I'm going to show you next time, it's better. It's better than I did. So great job on that. I think Donna did that one.
Maybe so.
Lady named Donna. And we could also use pets of the week. And we always need a good source of questions. Anything you have a question about, we've probably already gotten every question you could possibly get. But, we throw them out after we use them, and then we re-get them. We say, it's time to talk about that again. So send us your questions. We appreciate every single one of you. And we'd like to put a face to your name. So send us your pictures. And we'll put you on Mailbag Monday. And that'll be a lot of fun.
Well, it's 8:00. Time to close.
Closing the bar.
If you liked our video tonight, press that like and subscribe button and share it with all your friends. Until next time.
See you when you get here. Always have trouble turning this off because I've got to put that little mouse down there in the stream, and then it's not done yet. So boom.
Boom.